Chelsea FC finished 6th last season in the Premier League, and it was looking like they were actually improving, because two seasons ago, they were sat only 12th. However, Mauricio Pochettino turned them around alongside Cole Palmer. But this summer, Mauricio Pochettino actually left Chelsea, and now he's the new US national team head coach. So, Chelsea were in need of a new head coach. And they decided to appoint Enzo Maresca, who won the championship with Leicester, so obviously not too bad in the 23-24 seasons, which obviously saw them get promoted, which now they are back in the Premier League. And critics were like, nah, get rid of Maresca. Well, they're currently sat in 4th place with 18 points after 10 match days, so I don't know who's laughing now. Before we go into the matches, let's look at their top 3 signings of the summer. But their most expensive transfer this year was Pedro Neto, coming from Wolves, the 24-year-old right winger, somehow costing Chelsea 60 million euros. I'll be honest, he's not worth 60 million euros, and especially for the fact that he hasn't really played that often, because Madueke and Cole Palmer have just been excellent, to be honest with you. The same can be said for Joao Felix, with Nicholas Jackson just stepping up this season. Coldest striker in the Premier League, I can't lie.
Nicholas Jackson.
So Felix hasn't really been able to play. It says that they bought him for a fee of 52 million euros. I have no idea how Atletico Madrid scraped out 52 million euros for him. And finally, the central midfielder Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall from championship winning side Leicester for 35.4 million euros. He played a vital role in obviously helping Leicester get promoted. I'm guessing that's why Maresca obviously brought him to Chelsea with him. You can now see the rest of the signings that they made. I'm just showing the ones that they actually paid money for. Why they signed 2 keepers, I don't know. I know, yes, they're both 22 and 19 years old, so they have potential. But they've still been playing Sanchez in every single game, so I guess they just really are trying to get that 50-man squad. In their first match of the season, they did lose 2-0 to Manchester City, expectedly, of course. Haaland absolutely humbled Cucurella. And then we go to the Europa Conference League playoff, where Chelsea faced a team called Servette. And before they got to play the second leg, they faced Wolves, which we all know what Madueke said about them. However, in that game, Cole Palmer famously this season got a hat-trick of assists, and Madueke scored another hat-trick, but everyone else played absolutely brilliantly. Returning now to Europa Conference League action, they played the second leg against Servette, which Servette actually won 2-1, but Chelsea still went through on aggregate 3-2. So yes, they were in the Europa Conference League. They are now still. In the Premier League, they drew 1-1 with Crystal Palace, which is quite an upsetting result. They should be winning that. But then they faced Bournemouth, who Bournemouth have been pretty good this season. Obviously, they did just beat Manchester City. But anyone can do that, Spurs and Sporting now, so not really much of a flex, but Christopher Nkunku scoring in the 86th minute. A comfortable 3-0 thrashing against West Ham, with Nicholas Jackson netting 2 goals inside 20 minutes, and then Cole Palmer early in the second half to end off the game. Following this, a Carabao Cup third round game against Barrow, which I don't think any Chelsea players actually know where Barrow is located in the English pyramid of football, but that was 5-0, a 5-0 win, for Chelsea. Next, Chelsea were faced against Brighton, which this is a tough game. I can admit that. Rotter actually scored in the 7th minute for Brighton, meaning it was 1-0. But then Cole Palmer absolutely slapped them up. In 20 minutes, he managed to score 4 goals. Yes, Brighton did manage to get another consolation, but 4-2, and Cole Palmer has just been absolutely brilliant. We all know, we saw his potential last season, and this season he's gotten even better. First Europa Conference League matchup, they beat Ghent 4-2, quite predictably, and then drawing with Nottingham Forest. Some could see that as an upset for Chelsea. However, Nottingham Forest are currently 3rd in the Premier League, so they are no joke. What followed was a 2-1 loss to Liverpool in the Premier League. Yes, Salah did score his penalty in the 29th minute. Nicholas Jackson did equalise, however, it was just not enough because Curtis Jones got Liverpool back into the lead for 3 points in the end. Then Chelsea beat Panathinaikos, I'm sorry if I've said that wrong, 4-1 in the Conference League again, and then facing Newcastle, right, this is a game that they have to be winning if they want to comfortably stay in the top 4. And they did win 2-1, thanks to, guess who? Mudryk. Nah, I'm joking. I'm joking. Nicholas Jackson in the 18th minute. Isak did equalise, but Cole Palmer managed to get a goal in the early second half. Following this, a Carabao Cup game, the round of 16, Newcastle beat Chelsea 2-0, so, Chelsea actually did lose. But I don't know if they were that bothered about the Carabao Cup, to be honest. Maybe they were, but probably the FA Cup would be more impressive for them to win. And then recently a 1-1 draw with Manchester United, which it was pretty boring, I'll be honest with you. Still not bad of a performance for Chelsea, seeing as, Enzo Maresca was supposed to be a flop manager. However, he's actually done pretty well, and I think he's proving the critics wrong. However, we cannot say for certain. The only way he can prove them wrong is if he can actually get into, finish top 4 with Chelsea this season in the Premier League, and they should be winning the Conference League, to be honest. What do you think? Do you think Chelsea have what it takes to, carry on this incredible form that they've had, or do you think they're just one Cole Palmer injury away from finishing in 8th place? Let me know what you think. And YouTube thinks that you'll enjoy this video on your screen, so if you haven't, you can go and check it out.